Hi, I'm Alice Wenzel with the Becker County Master Gardeners. Today I'm going to show you some ways that we've used landscaping blocks in our yard. My husband loves working with landscaping blocks. He likes designing, building, and I enjoy filling them up with vegetables, flowers, shrubs, whatever I can get my hands on. Landscaping block comes in several sizes, several colors. On this side of the road we used tan landscape blocks to blend in with our house. On the other side of the road we used gray blocks to blend in with our shop and storage building. The blocks come in several different colors, several different sizes. For our purposes we use the 4-inch by the 12-inch. A few years ago the road in front of our house was changed, and so we had to do some major landscaping on our front of our house. Here you can see that we used landscape blocks to hold back the lawn, and we kind of terraced them down. On top of the blocks we used these capstones. They give the blocks a nice finished look. When you're doing a retaining wall, it's always nice to make the capstones level with the lawn. That way when you mow, you can run your mower right across the top of the capstones, and it'll help eliminate some hand trimming later. On this side of the lawn, we incorporated the landscaping blocks into a more curved retaining wall on each side of our stairs going down into our basement. In this area we made some flower beds and a water feature. The flower beds are filled with mostly annual flowers. Annual flowers means that they'll freeze when the temperatures get low, and then I'll replace them in the springtime. The flowers around the water feature are mostly perennial flowers, and they are flowers that don't mind moist soil. The soil around the water feature stays pretty moist all season long. On the side of our house towards the lake, we made a vegetable bed. This is the only area in our property that gets mostly sun all day. So in this area we had to build up that side of the vegetable garden because of the slope of the lawn, and it turned out to be a nice size. I get enough vegetables for our whole family in there, and it's nice and level since we built it that way. And one thing you have to think about when you have a raised beds like this, that they do dry out a lot faster than a garden that would be in the ground. So I have some soaker hoses that I put in here to supplement water when it dries out. This area was our project for last summer. I had a real small, narrow, in-ground flower bed, and we decided to expand it out and raise it up with the block. It provided a bigger area for me to plant perennials in, and also add annuals around for color. This flower bed gets the brunt of the southeast wind and the rain, so the last couple of weeks hasn't been very friendly to these flowers. One thing about having a flower bed this wide, if you do have this much room on your property, you could incorporate some vegetables in here very easily. There'd be plenty of room for that, and you can still add your annuals around the outside for color. It would be like a two-purpose flower bed. On this side of the road we use the gray landscaping blocks with the gray capstones around them. I've always wanted to raise blueberries, and this gave me the perfect opportunity to raise acid-loving plants. Acid-loving plants are plants that require the pH in the soil to be more acid than normal, or than what we have around here in our soil. So we built this flower bed, and I amended the soil to make it more acid, and I planted blueberries. I planted 3 blueberry bushes in the center, an azalea on this end, and 2 hydrangeas, a Winky Pinky and a Quickfire on the other end. I've had this for about 3 years, and we've enjoyed blueberries for the last 2 years. One thing about making a bed like this, it's easy to sit on the edge and weed or amend the soil or pick the fruit. And if you have back problems or leg problems, it's really a nice handy way of having either a vegetable garden, shrubs, flowers, whatever you'd like to plant in a bed like this. This is this year's project. Since we enjoyed blueberries so much, between our family and the birds, we ate all of the blueberries and I didn't get to put any in the freezer. So this bed is going to be another acid-loving bed. And you can see that when you start building a bed like this, you have to take out all the sod and make it level, and then add the sand on the bottom, tamp it down so it's firm, and make sure it's absolutely level, because that's the most important thing when you're building a bed like this, is to have that first layer level and solid. After that, you put the blocks on top of one another, and there's a lip on the back that hooks them together. Right there. You can see that when they lay on top of one another, that hangs on the back and kind of hooks them together and makes them sturdy. I believe that this is as high as we're going to go, and then after that we'll put those capstones on the top of this, and that will give it that finished look and a place to sit and lean over to pick our blueberries that hopefully we'll have in the future. I hope that this gave you some ideas for projects in your yard, and thank you for joining the Master Gardener's Rambling Rose Show.